Monday Night Football. We are here, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, hosting Monday Night Football. They are 3.5-point favorites to the Philadelphia Eagles. We've got an NFC East battle. The Eagles are plus 150 on the money line, and this total is at 51.5. Raheem, I know that you are in Philadelphia, but you are a Cowboys fan. Where are you at on these two teams?
I like the Eagles plus 3.5. I hate it because I'm a Cowboys fan, but when I look at this game, first things first, my model makes this game Cowboys minus 1.5. So I think the 3.5 getting some value on the Eagles. First things first, the Eagles are second in run efficiency. They're going to face a Cowboys defense, which is 26. And I think the Eagles are going to be able to run the ball. Unfortunately, obviously, they don't have Brandon Brooks for this game, but I think this is an advantage for the Eagles. When I looked at them last week against the 49ers, they moved the ball, but down the field, they just didn't get the points. Now, when you look at this Cowboys team, obviously, they are America's team. You got fans everywhere around the world. The best people and the most successful people on the planet are Cowboys fans. You could name them: Jay-Z, Andre 3000, Allen Iverson, Russell Westbrook, Shawn Michaels from the WWE. They all Cowboys fans. So, you know, everybody's going to be betting on the Cowboys. This is the bailout game of the week. Obviously, the public, they might have taken their lumps on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, some of the other teams. This is the game where everybody's chasing. So the Eagles are in a great spot here. I think they'll be able to run the ball. Look at the Cowboys. They struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. They all had big games against this defense last year. And then obviously the Cowboys offense, that's the wild card here. They should be able to put up points, but the thing that scares me is obviously Michael Gallup is still out. Amari Cooper's a little banged up. So I'm going to go with the Eagles here to keep it close. It's probably a field goal game either way, but I think the Eagles get it done.
Yeah, I'm going the other way on this one. So we're going to go head to head. I'm on your Cowboys this week. And I think that somehow we are still, as a public, underrating the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't know if this has ever happened before, but Dallas is really good. Dak Prescott is looking great. Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb are looking good. I know it's easy to dump on Ezekiel Elliott, but that run game is really good. Zeke's not putting up huge fantasy numbers anymore, but between him and Pollard, the 1-2 punch is working really well. Cowboys were number 3 in rushing DVOA offense. So they're running the ball well, and the Eagles are below average in run defense, even with their defensive line that's been good. So I think that the Cowboys are going to be able to run the ball here and move the ball well. Dallas's defense has been better than we thought too. Micah Parsons, the rookie, has been playing well. He was all over the place last week, coming off the line and rushing the passer. Trayvon Diggs, I think, has made a leap at corner. And, you know, the Cowboys defense is not great, but we knew they weren't going to be great. But I think that they're at least respectable now. They're putting them in a position where they're not going to Chiefs and force the offense to put up 30, 40 points to win this thing. So I like Dallas a lot. They played so far 2 road games in Tampa and in Los Angeles against the Chargers. They're a field goal away by Tom Brady and the guys from being 2-0 on a really tough first 2 games of the season. So I think Dallas is a little bit underrated. The other thing is too, we know the Cowboys offense is going to move the ball and score. I don't trust the Eagles to score enough to keep up against some of these top offenses. They only had 3 points against the 49ers until the final minutes of the game. They only had 7 against the Falcons for almost the whole first half in week 1. And, you know, they got some points late in those games that kind of even things out a little bit more. But I don't really trust Jalen Hurts yet. I don't think Nick Sirianni trusts Jalen Hurts yet either. It feels like that game last week against the 49ers, it felt like both coaches were just trying to not let their quarterback screw things up for them. And we talked about that with Jimmy Garoppolo, but Jalen Hurts seems like he's in a bit of a similar spot. So the one thing that gives me some hesitation, I love the Cowboys to get the win here at home on Monday night, 3.5. I'm like, can you just put this under a field goal? Can you be 2.5 instead? That extra hook, I don't love it. I can see the field goal game here. But here's one thing I noted: 14 straight games in this rivalry have covered this spread. So these games don't come down to a field goal usually. They're covering either way. So that means pick the team that I think is better. The home team has won the last 5 games in the series. I think Dallas is better. So You said that you're on the Eagles. Are you playing the Eagles money line a little bit as well, or are you just trying to get the
I'm
cover
just taking
here?
I'm taking the 3 and a hook. For me, I make this game Cowboys minus 1.5, 1.2, something like that. So I think the Eagles are just go value. I think it's you catching 3 points. Well, 3.5. I think the value is there on the Eagles. I think this is probably a field goal game either way.
Yeah, the one thing that interests me a little bit, and I'm not sure where this line might be once things reopen again, now that we saw some of the losses today. But coming into today, the Eagles were at plus 550 to win the division. And if they win this one, they're leading the division. They're 2-1 and would basically be up a game and a half on Dallas. I think it's relatively safe at this point to basically count out Washington and the Giants. Like, this is a pretty big game. This is going to really set the tone for this division. Most of the games in this division are backloaded and don't come until later in the year. So this is one where whoever wins this one, I think, becomes the NFC East favorite. So to me, if you do like the Eagles enough to bet the money line here, I might skip the money line and play the NFC East division, or get a little bit of both of those, so you're really getting your money's worth if the Eagles do get the win. But it's tough. It's tough to win on Monday night on the road. And I don't know if I can give Jalen Hurts credit for it yet, but we'll see.
One
Maybe
thing I
they
want to
can.
say though, I don't really want to count the other two teams out of this division race yet because
Really?
I think it's still early. I mean, we're only 3 weeks into the NFL season. Most of these teams haven't played division games. Obviously, Washington beat the Giants last week, but these teams are going to play each other twice, like all of them. So I think it's a little early. The Cowboys are just 1-1 right now, so I don't want to completely count them out. Obviously, Washington football team is 1-2 right now, but they have they have two out of conference losses. So it's not like they lost to the other
Right.
division opponents. So it's just like, who knows if Ryan Fitzpatrick gets back? As much as this defense is struggling for the Washington football team, I can't count them out yet. It looks like the Giants, they could easily be 2-1 right now. So I think it's a little early to completely count them out, especially the way the NFC East is going. We typically don't see repeat winners, and we're gonna have some battles between these teams because I don't think any of them are very good.